Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB Daily Fantasy Show for today, the 2nd of June. I'm looking at everything you need for success today on Daily Fantasy website DraftKings on the baseball games. Starting with starting pitchers. You have to start at the top. It's a fairly thin day at pitcher today. Madison Bumgarner of the San Francisco Giants is 12,900. As I say, it is a slow day at pitcher. You're almost obligated to use Bumgarner today against a futile Braves offense, particularly against a lefty. Even though they don't strike out as often as they were earlier in the year, Bumgarner can be relied on to thrive in a matchup where historically he's been very successful against the Braves in Atlanta. Zach Greinke of the Arizona Diamondbacks for 10,900. While his strikeouts aren't elite, they've fallen well below 1 per inning. The Astros do comfortably lead Major League Baseball in strikeouts this year. Greinke has won 3 straight starts. He does seem to have righted the ship somewhat from a shaky start with the Snakes. Houston are hitting though at the moment, so there is a little bit of a risk. But as I say, it's a tough pitching day, and Greinke is somewhat of a known quantity. Chase Anderson of the Milwaukee Brewers is 8,300. He has quietly been getting better throughout the year. The Phillies are around average for strikeouts. He is far from elite when it comes to production, but it is a pretty soft matchup. And if you're looking to save some money and pay up on the hitters, because there's a lot of good hitting matchups today, then he should net you fairly reasonable production for the 8,300. Matt Moore of the Tampa Bay Rays for 8,100. Moore has hardly been great this year. He's got 5.31 ERA. He's been allowing too many base runners, but he does get the Minnesota Twins today. The Twins don't score a lot of runs. They are above average for strikeouts, so they do rank in the top 10 for strikeouts this year. Hopefully, if you do take Moore for 8,100, you'll get a solid 6 or 7 innings, and that's all you should really need at the price to enable you then to pay for the hitters. And Matt Boyd of the Detroit Tigers for 6,400. Very limited sample size to look at with him. The 7 strikeout performance against the A's is encouraging, and everybody knows the Yankees do struggle with left-handed pitching. He's probably the best bargain bin option for you today, I think, because you do need to pay up for hitter, I think. For the stacks of the day, how we can look to stack our lineups to increase our point scoring potential to the maximum. Obviously, it is a Coors Field day again, and our eyes are going to light up with Alfredo Simon on the hill in that yard. Eddie Butler has an ERA approaching 7 in the park, the starter for the Rockies as well. So, to be honest with you, all hitters are in play at Coors today. I think the Detroit Tigers, they get Michael Pineda today, who's been horrible for the Yankees. Got an ERA around 10 for his last 4 starts, I believe. And is apparently on the verge of losing his rotation spot. So, it's all or nothing for him today. First baseman Miguel Cabrera for 4,500, 301 with 11 home runs. Very good against right-handed pitching. Nick Castellanos at third base for 3,500. 328, 10 homers, another Tiger who excels against right-handed pitching. Second baseman Ian Kinsler for 5,100 is hitting 314 with 11 this year. He has stolen base potential as well. And outfielder JD Martinez for 4,300 is hitting 245 with 11 home runs. We're looking for them to feast on Pineda today. The Boston Red Sox, they get Ubaldo Jimenez. He has been terrible, highlighted by the last start where he failed to get out of the second inning. He's got a 1.87 whip. He's allowing far too many base runners, giving away too many walks, and that's not going to be good against what is the best hitting lineup in baseball, top to bottom. We'll take first baseman David Ortiz. Puppy has the platoon in the matchup. He's got a home run off of Jimenez. It is 339, 15 homers on the year. How can you not include outfielder Mookie Betts for 5,500, 288, 14 home runs the year, 5 home runs in his last 2 games. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts, 5,300. He's got the longest active hit streak in the mid-20s now in baseball, 347 with 6 homers a year. And second baseman Dustin Pedroia for 5,000. He's hitting 316 with 7 homers. I think you can also use a mini Diamondback stack against Dallas Keuchel. Although Keuchel was very good last time, he has struggled a few times this year. He's got numerous starts where he's allowed 5 or more runs. And there are a couple of Diamondbacks that hit left-handed pitching very well. Catcher Wellington Castillo for 3,200. He's 265, 7 home runs. Got an excellent weighted on-base average against righties, as has outfielder Yasmani Tomas for 3,400. He's hitting 265 with 6 homers. Both of them do have the platoon in the matchup today as well. For my foundation players who should be looking to use as the foundation for a solid lineup, first base it's Puppy, David Ortiz, 5,500 for the Red Sox, 339 average, 15 home runs with the platoon and a home run off Jimenez. Second baseman is Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros for 4,300. He has a home run off of Zach Greinke. He hits in the leadoff spot, 330, 9 homers and 15 steals for complete production. At third base is Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies. It's 5,400. It's Alfredo Simon. It's Coors Field. Arenado's got 16 long balls on the year. What more do you need to know? Shortstop Xander Bogaerts of Boston for 5,300. It's 347, 6 homers. Jimenez has an ERA over 10 in his last 4 starts. Outfielder Charlie Blackmon for the Colorado Rockies, he's 5,200. He's got a home run off of Alfredo Simon. It's Coors Field, and he's been swinging the bat very well lately. For my value plays, who we can look to use to finish off our lineups, catcher Francisco Cervelli of the Pittsburgh Pirates is 3,200. He is one of the better hitting catchers in the game. Wei Yin-Shen has laboured with more walks than usual this year, and an ERA over 5 in his home ballpark. Cervelli has hit him well in limited at bats. He's hitting 256 this year. My first baseman is Mark Reynolds of Colorado for 4,000. Where have the home runs gone? Everybody hits Alfredo Simon well. It is Coors Field. Reynolds does only have 2 home runs, but a 305 average on the year. He's a player that certainly used to hit a lot more home runs than that. My second baseman also qualifies at third. It's Yangervis Solarte of the San Diego Padres for 3,100. The switch hitter gets Wade Miley, who is beginning to struggle a little bit. He's hitting 333 with 3 homers of the year. At third, I'll take Nick Castellanos of the Detroit Tigers for 3,500. He takes his usual spot in the value plays with Pineda in opposition. He's hit righties very well. It's 328 with 10 homers of the year. Shortstop Carlos Correa of the Astros for 3,400. He's here purely on the basis of price. It's very cheap for Correa, even if he is facing Zach Greinke. His home ballpark in Houston is a great park for the hitters. He's hitting 256, 8 home runs, 8 steals this year. And in the outfield, Yasmani Tomas of the Arizona Diamondbacks for 3,400. He's a great hitter against the lefty. Keuchel has numerous poor performances this year. He's hitting 265, 6 home runs. That's what I've got for you today. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video. Hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.